Welcome, everybody, once again to another episode of Strange in the Membrane. Yeah, Sean, we know you got popcorn.
Yeah. And it begins.
We're all a little giddy today, so just prepare to, laugh your asses off. Ooh, I said asses. Now we got to mark it explicit. Okay. Strange in the Membrane is a comic book podcast where we discuss comics, movies, TVs, animation, and all types of films like that. And we talk about who sucks, who soars, who's hot, who's not, and we'll leave you all a little strange in the membrane. As always, I got my man, Mr. Michael Williams, next to me.
What's up, y'all?
And my man, Sean Williams.
Yo.
And as always, our very special guest host and friend to the show, Mr. Antonio Pomerez.
How's everybody doing today?
What's going on, man?
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Big shout out to the Kia. You couldn't make it. Do what you got to do. Big shout. Happy birthday, Preach. We know you couldn't be here because you're celebrating your day. Well, do your thing, man.
Preach.
Happy birthday. Marathon.
45 looks good on you.
Just a straight marathon of Boy Next Door marathon. That's all he's doing today.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm with you.
Well, let's start off today about Sean, how do you feel about Tyler Perry movies?
I can't stand them. Same title. I could do good by myself. All good things come to an end. Same
king of the cliches. Huh?
Yeah, I can't stand Tyler Perry movies. I
heard his latest movie is your autobiography.
Are you always going to
popcorn?
Start, yo? I would never eat popcorn again.
Do it, Tyler.
You want to hear a movie with popcorn going, hello, I want the popcorn.
Do it, Tyler. No. Make that movie.
You messed up, Mike.
Good morning. How you doing with that popcorn there?
I got the pound of popcorn with the butter.
Why y'all trying to destroy me?
I'm just saying, you was talking about Tyler Perry. I want you to get that out.
We're trying to destroy the popcorn industry for you, period.
I don't think Tyler Perry is that strong, I'm going to be honest with you. Because before I could even say hi, I saw that bag of popcorn. I was like, it's over.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But Tyler Perry, his movies is the same. We was just talking about that. Like, I was forced to watch these movies with somebody. But anyway.
You can say it. Say it.
No. Let's get to the...
You don't want to give him no energy?
Yeah. Let's get to the main focus. We could talk about Deadpool.
All right, yeah, Deadpool has shocked everybody with the sales, and it's also made some people forget. Everybody's like, "Oh, Deadpool is like the greatest R-rated movie that's ever been." I'm like, no, the first was Blade. Blade was the first R-rated Marvel movie, and made it possible for
all these movies to come out,
and even Trinity, which
sucked. That wasn't rated R though. That was PG-13.
Yeah, but nobody supported like they support this.
Yeah. But your boy,
but
what's the name was in that? Ryan Reynolds was in.
Yeah.
Was that Trinity, right?
Yeah, he was Hannibal King.
Wesley made Ryan.
Yeah.
Honestly, they don't like each other at all.
Really?
Yeah. Post Blade, they don't like each other.
Really? Never got along. Got along.
So there won't be a Deadpool Blade movie?
No.
Never.
Oh, get that. Unless Wesley's recast, which I could see happening.
Well, he won't be old man Blade.
I don't know.
But yeah, it kind of shocked me because I knew it was going to be good with the money and all that, but not this good. Like I could see them making like 140 million, but being the best standalone superhero movie for Marvel just shocked me.
And for it to be like a comedy and a love story too. Now, I mean, it was action and such, but to be really those were like the real key things, and to make that much money, and the merchandise is everywhere. I was in Midtown today, and I just saw they had like this 4-foot section of Deadpool, all these trades and issues and everything. I'm like, wow, this is. I mean, it's become its own genre, its own thing now. It's crazy,
so,
It's like it's still going on. It's like there's more and more coming out. It's like there's even still like more trailers that's still coming out now.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is still more trailers? We already saw the movies out, but it's still other stuff and like in more commercials. The soundtrack drop.
Yeah,
giving some money to Salt and Pepper, DMX.
DMX needed. Well, I don't know if he needed because he might just smoke it up, but.
What you trying to say? Hey, yo, I made this track for the movie, and we gonna listen.
That's my pipe. What you want?
I don't know.
Where that rock fall? DM. Just stop. But this is also
That kid with the popcorn was talking mess, man. I'm gonna say him.
You give my pop. You take my popcorn. Leave me
It's
alone.
all love, Dark Man X. It's all love.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want no trouble. I don't want trouble. I'm just saying.
I'm like, yo, you them strange in the membrane dudes. I ain't like it. Where you was talking. We got a problem. You know what I mean? Arr, arr.
First thing I want to ask him is, why are you always yelling? It's
stop hollering, man. Your kids
gonna
gonna be nervous.
I'm right here. It's not necessary.
Can you imagine DMX's kids? Every time they hear a dog bark, it was daddy.
Exactly.
You know he ain't Catholic, because if he go for a confession, everybody gonna hear his business.
So
yo, I mean to do it, man. Yo, she was there. The booty was there. Look right.
Been 3 months of my last confession.
Stop. So they talking about Deadpool 2, and they're going to do the Cable storyline.
And yeah, we were talking about that. The dude from Avatar,
who's Stephen Lang.
Yeah. Because at first it was like after Avatar, it seemed like he just dropped and lost some weight. Like he had some weight fluctuation. But was it for a role or something like that?
I think it was, because I've seen him in a couple of different things. Because the newest thing he's in now is
the AMC show.
Yeah, the AMC show. Yeah, Into the Badlands. And he's in a wheelchair. He's still like, a muscular guy, but you don't really see his body because of the robe that he's wearing and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he can still bulk up. He's older, obviously.
He
but
posted a picture on his Twitter, and he's in shape.
He
said Deadpool 2, I'm ready.
He's always been one of those guys that's like, he's older, but he's always been in shape.
Yeah.
And I think he's the front runner. I've seen a couple other people. They've talked about Ron Perlman. I know, but I just like Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ron Perlman,
but I don't
too,
think
he's never been one to be in the gym like that. And like
exactly, he's just a big guy in general. That's just his thing.
Cable, is diesel. So.
I've seen John Hamm.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Definitely work.
I don't know about him, but Stephen Lang, I think, would be the best one, truthfully. I mean, unless they come up with somebody totally new that we've never seen, I'm open-minded, but I like Stephen Lang for it.
Did anybody see that ridiculous picture floating around of Keira Knightley?
Yes. Oh, that was hilarious.
I saw that.
It's pretty funny.
That was hilarious. Yeah, at first I didn't get it. I was like, what the hell? Then I was like, oh, wait, yeah, okay. And I was like, you know what? Good job.
Yeah,
good job. Yeah. But this is also spawning this thing, like everybody wants to do an R-rated movie now.
Of course, because they see where the money is.
Exactly.
And it's like, this is what people want to see.
Certain characters, you got to have an R-rated movie.
It's like the Netflix series. That's why they do so well. You're able to cut loose.
Yeah.
This is the same stuff we read in comic books, and people act like, oh, it's too violent. Stop being PC. Entertain us.
Yeah.
And be kind of true to the product itself. I mean, but they're even talking about like the Batman Superman. They want to do a rated R movie on, a rated R version on DVD.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's pretty good.
That's like DLC. I mean, that's like DLC for a game. I mean, why don't you just, you know what I mean? Just do that. But I mean, it's interesting but I don't know how far they're going to go with it. But certain characters, I mean, like Wolverine should be R-rated.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, he's a killer. That's
what he does.
Exactly.
Berserker rage.
He's the best there is at what he does. That's his thing.
Blood on his face, and it's just blood all over the room. And he's like,
exactly. So we'll see where it goes. But I am
Mm-hmm.
happy that they had a good thing with Deadpool. Open up some doors. Ryan Reynolds got his thing going. So it was cool.
Yeah. So big outs to Fox.
And that's the only time we're gonna say it like that.
Damn them.
Yeah, exactly.
I got another little blurb out here from your boy Anthony Mackie, just on the topic of Marvel and DC. Yes, he's reprising his role, as Falcon in the next Civil War, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he was on some kind of junket for the movie he's in now, 999.
Oh, okay.
And someone asked him something about, the back and forth between Marvel and DC. And he says, it's still strange to me that people think DC and Marvel are rivals, thinking we sit on the Marvel sets talking trash about DC. What are you doing right now? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
And then the reporter asked him, if you think who would win between Batman and Superman, and who his favorite Dark Knight was. He said he'd pick Batman to win, and his favorite Batman is Michael Keaton.
Okay.
He said, but then here comes the stupidity.
Oh, never mind.
Though if I got to hang out with Morgan Freeman for the rest of my life, I'd be happy.
What does it have to do with anything that? What is that? I mean, I would too, because Morgan's cool as hell, and I want him just narrating my life. But that, what does that have to do with?
And so he went to go take a poop. You know, that's what you would just expect. But I mean,
sometimes Andy won.
So
Sometimes he lost.
So was that jab for the Christopher Nolan series?
Yeah, it's like, you know, and the reporter that wrote this thing, he said Michael Keaton is one of his favorites, but he does like Christian Bale because, like, you know, he brought the Batman to the role.
Yeah. Right.
You know, Michael Keaton was that, you know, mysterious millionaire type. You know, he had the role definitely down pat. You know, until like dudes like Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
If he had said George Clooney, I would have just left. I'd have just walked out right now, to be honest with you.
I would personally take a trip to wherever they're having another press junket, like Anthony Mackie. Yes. Like, he's like, "Are you serious, dude?"
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I do love Michael Keaton, and Christian Bale is the best Batman thus far.
We got to see how Ben do.
We want to see how Ben Affleck does.
I'm hearing good things about it.
I mean, from the trailers, it looks, I mean, there's not a lot going on, but from the trailers, I mean, Affleck looks like he's, again, it's like Listerine, washing the taste of Daredevil out of everybody's mouth. I mean, it looks also, and I, at first, when I heard about everything and you heard all the trouble that's going on, everybody was like, this isn't going to work. Yeah. Now we're seeing it, you know, you have to wait a bit and seeing it. You're like, all right, you guys, Wonder Woman leaping out with the shield.
Now I've been seeing like the memorabilia is going out like crazy. Like a company that makes motorcycle jackets, they made the Batman armor like as a motorcycle jacket, and it's supposed to be modeled from Ben's body. So I'm like, I did hear he was working out. You know,
he looks
his wife, the fake Elektra,
Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't remember her name.
Alias.
Good show.
J.J. Abrams alias, not the Marvel.
That's why we have him here. She said that before he left, said, you know, he's really been in the role. He's working out. He's doing his thing. And he said the Batman doesn't sound like he's been gargling nails or nothing like that. It's more of like a sexual animal growl. I was like, you felt like that before the nanny, I guess.
That's wow.
You know, I'm just saying.
But it does sound better. It does sound.
I mean, you know, like I know Sean gets mad at me when I say this, but I'm like, up until the third movie,
come on, just let it go.
It just sounds like he was, you know, like he had a cold. Like,
just let it go.
I'm like, dude, spit that out.
Have you ever heard him talk regular?
Yeah,
he has a lisp. That's why he needs to do that.
Yeah, I remember that from Shaft when he was in Shaft. And he was like, no. He did all that extra energy to put into his words. I was like, he got a.
I just thought that was him being a good actor. Like he really wanted to put himself in the role. That wasn't it.
No,
I mean, it's not like it was like Samuel L. Jackson in Kingsman. You guys talk funny. It's like, really? Do with the listening. You guys talk funny. I don't like the sound.
So let's talk about The Flash.
Yo. Doug really returned to King Shark.
Yeah, that was okay.
It was all right.
That was cool.
Which looked really cool. Just seeing him on screen like that again. You see more of him. I was like, what? Because I'm not that familiar with the character. You know, the
average like CGI. It seemed like it was more animated than CGI, but the way it blended was like you see the veins in this dude. And like I was like,
almost like Hulk, kind of like that. Kind of like
they got Lou Ferrigno and say, "Yo, put this on," and we'll do the rest.
And this is on a TV budget.
Yeah.
So that's good. It was very nice. It was really good.
Yeah, the storyline was pretty good. It was the end that was the best part of The Flash.
Now that's the thing with and we can do spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Probably always saw it already.
Jay Garrick. Now I'm saying, is that Earth 1 Jay Garrick? Or
I don't know.
Clone doppelganger?
We don't know. That's the thing.
But not necessarily an alternate, but it could be a future version of him.
That's
because he does steal people's their speed.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
So me and Mike was talking about this, that he might just be killing all the Jakes from different Earths.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Oh, kind of like the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's why we have him. Not a bad idea. I didn't know if anybody was going to remember that movie. I'll be honest with you.
No, I remember this
because Jason Statham was working hard in that movie.
Yo, he was. Yo,
He was
that is boozy cat.
he was trying so hard.
It's like, damn, dude, speech teacher.
But I give him credit. His hairline, even though it's receding, has stayed the same. He hasn't lost anymore. So
I think he's just
you know,
been pulling it forward.
Yeah, because that's why I got my hat on today. I'm just saying.
But that's my thing. I think he's just killing all the Jakes from different Earths. And the one we saw on Earth 1 was Zoom, because we never seen him after that episode.
Very true. Because then they did bring out they had the episode where they showed Hunter Zolomon, who becomes, future Zoom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
and like, I think what was it like on the other Earth, he didn't have any kids or something. I don't know, maybe Hunter Zolomon altogether, just altering his face or whatever. Like Thorn did in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
We disguised himself like Wells. You may have seen that and say like, okay, let me just do that.
Now, who did you guys think was Zoom before this? Did you have any ideas of who he
I
would
thought
be?
it was Barry's father.
Yep, I heard a lot of people say that because, I mean, he was the original Flash in the 1990s series. I can't remember the exact year. 90s, yeah. John something Ship. I can't remember his full name.
John Wesley Ship.
Thank you. And, people were saying that because of his musculature and everything. But then they throw you because they got my man Tony Todd to do the voice.
Yeah.
Which was throwing everybody too. Because the minute I hear his voice, I start thinking I'm going to accidentally die or something. So I'm running. I'm like, no. Exactly. So it was throwing people.
My victim.
And his musculature and everything was the same body. So it was, everybody. So I think they did that purposely just to throw everybody off. But then you started thinking, maybe it's Jay. But then when the hand came out of the portal and you don't know, and it was just very well done. When he did that and he finally rips it off.
I mean,
and then you got to think about like the Jay Garrick. He got his speed from the hard water formula or something like they was trying to do. He didn't go through the lightning bolt thing, and it was like that's another way. That's why like when they introduced the Speed Force, he didn't really know about it.
Exactly. Yes.
And like so, like he gained his speed through another way, and that's where Velocity 9 is coming into play, and I'm waiting for Speed McGee to come out of somewhere.
Yeah.
So it was like,
and Wally get his speed.
Well,
that's about to come.
Did y'all dig the part where Wally was making the turbine engine for the car?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because it showed him having intelligence too. It wasn't just like, hey, here's this street kid who's been racing taillights. What I mean? He has this intellect, and to think of something like that, even though he was forgetting little things like that, like Barry was, but to think of it like that, it shows that he has this great intelligence, and what's going to happen then, so that it was nice to see that difference, not just showing him being this hard-edged kid whose mother was a drug addict and died, and his father was a cop who didn't know about him and everything, and him being so mad, thinking that he's an absentee father. He wasn't absentee. He didn't know you existed. He didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
Just like Superman. I don't know why everybody keeps saying he was, and then Superman Returns. I don't know why. I don't know. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, you just messed it up right there with Superman Returns.
I did. You know why? Because I'm having flashbacks. So he didn't know he had a son. All right.
Superman Returns.
Matter of fact, just because you brought that up, I saw a picture of Henry Cavill and said he was in Hollywood. His unofficial nickname was Mr. Unlucky because he tried out for Batman.
Oh,
and he got beat out by Christian Bale.
Really?
He tried out for Superman before for that movie, and Brandon Routh beat him out.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So it's like he's been trying for like several roles, and he's just been getting beat out
for a bit. Yeah.
And now it's kind of come to fruition, and he's going to be this generation's Superman, just like for us, it's Christopher Reeves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Brandon Routh was good, but I like him better as the Atom now.
It fits him. I even liked him as Dylan Dog. I mean, nobody else saw the movie.
You probably like.
Exactly.
That
hard joint.
Yep. Yeah. Because it was based off of an Italian comic book, I think.
Yeah.
Dylan Dog.
I think didn't Guillermo del Toro direct that or
no?
He probably wouldn't touch this.
No. I think it was in a movie theater for like 5 days.
It was the first thing I watched when I got Netflix. I saw it. I was like, oh, I edited it. I watched it, and I was like, all right, yeah.
But it's cool that you brought up that whole thing about them establishing intelligence with this guy's character because they did it twice in that episode. They did it with Jesse Quick too.
Yeah.
When she came out and she helped.
Yeah, she's helping Pops with the formula.
With the formula.
Shouldn't it show a variable and everything else? And she's like looking at like
Yeah.
No, this is my thing. Let me do it.
I mean, it's a credit to the Flash because the writing is just brilliant on the show. It's just
Yeah.
Now they can
above
transfer.
and beyond.
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't watch Arrow, but let's talk about Arrow.
Oh,
Mm.
yes.
I'm still a little upset at Mr. Terrific.
I don't care about him.
Because it's like,
I don't think it actually is Mr. Terrific though, because his first name isn't Michael.
yeah, they got him as Curtis.
You know,
But
so,
he's making the T-spheres and
No, they mentioned it like Mr. Olympic. He was in the
and
Olympics
I
stuff
did
like
remember he did say, he's like, you're terrific. And I was like, okay, they are gonna make him Mr. Terrific.
unless his middle name is Michael. I mean, I don't like on the show anyways, but I don't.
Because if they do that, the husband's gonna have to die.
Yeah, which is
That's
what I
how-
was
that's-
figuring.
Yeah, that's what set him on the path and everything else. But
Mhm.
I'm not mad at the casting. I'm mad at the casting because he needs to be more physical stature.
A little more of an athletic build.
Yeah.
Where they're going more with the lean kind of a build. Yeah.
And they said, well, we got Diggle. We don't need that.
Man, Diggle is worth 2 of that dude. Diggle, every episode he gets bigger.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody look like a disappointed father so many times. He's always got his arms crossed like.
I'm saying, and he got his guns out like this. I'm like, damn, dude. Like,
you know it's Patrick Curfew, right?
You know he wasn't supposed to be out here, right?
Did I tell you to watch him damn dish before you left the house? And I'm just like, wow, but he gets bigger every episode. He's eating kids. I don't know what the hell's going on.
me and Mike was talking about this season of Arrow is probably like most disappointing season of all the seasons.
Yeah,
of Arrow.
I mean, yeah,
really?
The season isn't bad. It's just
No.
not as good as those first 2.
Yeah.
It's just not.
I
The writing is like getting pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, I almost feel like I don't even want to say they're running out of ideas because I don't think that that's what it is. It's just that
spread themselves thin.
I don't even know if it's that. It's just if you were going to commit yourself to Damien Dark being the villain this season, then this should be more of Damien Dark in almost every episode this season.
Yeah.
Or at least the specter of Damien Dark over everything that's going on.
That's the thing I've been saying. They need to bring, cut down on the flashbacks to the damn island. Cut back to the little. I mean, go back to like to make them remember. If you want to get that the Kwai Chang Kang Kung Fu reference type of thing of like you hit a certain situation, you remember what you did back then. Yeah. I'm with that part. Yeah. But it's like you got to follow that story and this story at the same time. So,
and as much
it's
as
connected though. Sometimes when they do the flashbacks, this one is with the magic and stuff was going on.
I'm bugging on what this thing is. That tattoo there, and I'm like, okay, when is Constantine coming back now?
He's in hell. They mentioned Constantine.
They did. They mentioned him.
Yeah, which I didn't know if that was a joke because of the show. Like, I didn't know if that was a joke or something like that because I heard it and I was like, or if and I was wondering, how does he know he's in hell?
Yeah.
That's so I didn't. I mean, it brought up questions. And I was like, how does he know he's in hell? Which was kind of interesting to me. But I was just happy to hear Constantine.
But didn't he get that tattoo on him? He got that from Constantine, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was a gift he gave him.
Yeah.
And he said, well, what is this? He's like, you'll
need it.
You'll need it
later on.
on.
Why he knows that he's in hell.
That's a
he can
possibility.
communicate with him probably through that.
And I'm thinking like along with that, with the Constantine tie-in right there, we maybe see Swamp Thing.
Maybe.
I think something like that because I like the fact that they're going more towards mystical, like the last couple seasons, what have you. Where Marvel's always been more like the technical and the tech and everything like that. Yeah. And even like Legends of Tomorrow or Flash, obviously, is more tech meta. I like that they're going with the mystical a little bit. Yeah. Kind of just separate itself because Marvel isn't going to be doing mystical until Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was kind of nice.
Too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that's later in the year, like September, right?
Yeah. They're filming that right now in the city.
And I think the other thing that's getting on my nerves on Arrow is
Dude, it really is just
no, I mean I love John Barrowman.
Really of the moment.
I love John Barrowman. I do as
awesome.
Malcolm Merlin, but it's just like
his
enough already. You know what I mean? Enough.
And I'm still like, you walk around like this with your hand gone.
That sling is working so hard
Go
right now.
away and come back.
Yeah,
that sling.
Honestly,
next season we don't need you.
Yeah,
but I've honestly I've loved him in whatever he's done. He's always been cool.
He's awesome.
He's cool.
Awesome.
And I like seeing it. But something about him this season has been not too much because I love seeing him on the screen. Because between him and Michael, the guy that's playing Dark, I can't remember his name. Damn,
I forgot his
Neil
name.
McDonough is his name.
Yes, thank you. Scene stealers.
Yeah,
Neil McDonough is
absolutely.
coming out with these lines like when he said, "Well, that happened." I was like, "Damn, that one line is killing it."
Yeah.
But I liked him better when he was with Thea.
Yes.
And that's when she started to really get some depth.
Yeah.
It wasn't a CW show like it was the first season where it was just pretty rich people complaining.
She was she was always whining and everything else.
So was Oliver, but he just came off the island. So I was trying to give him credit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it was some. But it's when they interact, it's so good. Seeing Thea and Malcolm interact, but with him with the arm and the sling, and he's got his jacket is always zipped up tight, and he's walking around, and I'm just like, I want something more. Like, let him go this season. Don't bring him back next season. Bring him back after that. Like to come back or at the end of
looking season. Like a sad
I'm still
puppy.
bugging. Like, what was the purpose when Vandal Savage, like, you scooped up his ashes, and like he was praying to him, like, oh. You know, I thought, like, dude, you just turned into Gollum on me and everything. I was like, oh, Precious, get in the car.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna go back to that at some point.
Yeah.
Either on Arrow or it's gonna be like crossed over into Legends.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you didn't see Legends yet, right?
No.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
But also,
we can't really talk about anything, but there's sort of a semi crossover.
So, yeah, you're right.
Oh, speaking of other crossovers, what's up with the Flash and Supergirl thing?
They're still filming that, I believe.
Oh, they still film,
which is that's just mind blowing to think that this could happen. I mean, it's cool, you know. Between Supergirl being like that is just so awesome. I still have to. I think I've only seen like 5 episodes of that, maybe 4 or 5 episodes.
Supergirl?
Yeah. And I've dug it. You know, I didn't watch any of the trailers when it first came out. People kept talking negative. I was like, no, I just want to see what's going on with it.
Yeah, there was a part for me in Supergirl where I started kind of losing faith, but
last episode was good, you said.
Yeah, I mean they went back to where they should have gone, like towards the beginning of the season, where it's just sort of like she's sort of you know, growing into her powers, but not just growing into her powers, just sort of understanding what her destiny is now.
Okay.
And everything else that's happened prior, like, you know, tests of faith and tests of truth that's been told to her and other things. Just, it's really good right now. It really is.
So what happened in the last episode? Because I ain't see it. You could just tell me.
That was
you on the Bizarro episode?
Well, they did Bizarro?
You said I should watch it. It's a big Easter egg in it.
Easter.
That means it sucked?
No. A big clue.
You know, I don't even remember right now.
Oh,
the only thing that I remember is the Bizarro episode.
Oh, okay.
And that's a good episode. You should see that episode. That's really
check it out.
Well, since we all been talking about DC right now, I was like, Sean, we have movie tickets available for people?
Yes, we do. We are giving out 2 free movie tickets this week. And then the next show, we're going to give out another 2 free movie tickets. We're going to have a question for y'all.
Oh, do you want people to call in or?
No, they can go to our Facebook page and answer the question.
I was getting ready to have them call in.
No, it'd be more easier. So we're like, oh, y'all cheated. No. Whoever, answer it first on our Facebook page can win the tickets. And it's up to y'all that if y'all want to see Batman face a Superman or Divergent or something. I mean,
because I'm getting ready to hit publish right now. I just cut the number out, so Dave ain't got to answer no phone. So,
I mean, it's up to y'all what movie y'all want to go see in March.
And these movie tickets are
is AMC, if y'all got AMC, Regal or Cinemark. I think it's the other one. I don't know. But just gotta answer the question. You gotta just listen to the podcast and answer the question on our Facebook page. Whoever's the first one to get it, win the tickets. Simple.
All right. You want me to say the question now or?
We can do it later.
Okay, we'll save it for the end of the show.
Yeah, so they can listen to the podcast.
Yeah, you got to listen to win.
Oh, speaking of superpowered women and Arrow, we forgot to mention Vixen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone didn't like that character. I ain't gonna name no names.
Oh man,
Really? What was wrong with Vixen?
I don't know. It just felt
Corny.
forced.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it's when they had the animation on CWC.
Yeah.
It's the same girl.
Yeah.
Which is like we were talking about it before we came in. Is like that's a rarity that you have the girl that did the voice is actually going to be the same character.
Okay.
Now I'm not too familiar with Vixen. My first real introduction to Vixen was Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
When she was with GL, not Jordan or Garner, but Stewart. So I didn't really know too much about Mara.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, when I was in New York, I went to a comic shop and I was looking for something. And I walked by V and I said, "Oh, Vixen." And I saw she had a standalone.
Okay.
Return of the Lion, which is her going back to Africa and like connecting more with her powers and such like that. So it got me kind of hyped up to really, to see her, because I didn't see the animated series.
Okay.
I knew about it, just didn't see it. But I know that they threw a couple of things in there, like when Ali was talking about, I know there's a superhero in Detroit who uses magic. And he was like, well, we had an animated adventure last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. That was kind of cool. I really like the special effects of how her powers manifested. You actually saw the animal, kind of like how they did it in the cartoons and in the comic. That was really cool to me. And when she was towards the end, when she was trying to actually use them all to give her all the strength, and you see all the animals come out. You see the gorilla, there was a wolf, a bear. I think there was a rhino, a daffodil. Yeah. There was somebody's tub. There was all this stuff. Exactly. She just had all the strength. I was like, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. It's not like in the animation where like the Crisis in Two Earths, when they had the opposite Earth, when they fought the crime syndicate and the Vixen on there, she actually changed into each animal instead of like getting the
the actual
like they changed it. Like Wonder Woman threw a lasso around the bear and she changed it to a cobra, and I was like, I'd rather have her just gather the abilities from each animal.
Yeah, but it was just cool to see that effect come out. Only thing I didn't dig was when she was flying. I don't know, for some reason that bothered me, because it's an animal. You still need wings, but I guess they can't do wings because they got Hawk Girl, so they can't have two black women with wings. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Gotta get racial.
It's racial. How you gonna give a black girl wings? What you gonna call a hot wing? Just like you did Silverhawks? Yeah, I did it. I said it.
Yo, I hated Silverhawks after that. Like, why you gotta call the dude hot wing?
But I didn't realize until I was an adult, and I was actually eating hot wings. I said, damn, these hot wings are good. I said, what? Ding!
Light bulb goes off. You're like, man,
it's so hard. I got so sad when it happened. I was like, damn, they got me. I still love it, but yeah, I'm mad about that.
Did anybody catch the Prison Break reference?
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was the episode
2 episodes ago.
Yeah, when they was in Russia.
Yes.
This isn't my first Prison Break, and I was just like,
oh yeah. We said
job.
2 episodes. I'm like, oh okay. Like I didn't see it this way.
I think they made a reference to that a couple of episodes ago, or maybe in the pilot, what have you.
Yeah.
But I do like seeing the two of them together. Dominic Purcell and
they have good
Wentworth Miller. They do. They really do.
Yeah.
They do.
As long as he ain't doing no more yogurt commercials.
Yeah.
Those are, I can't even lie. Those are hilarious.
Hey, but he looks mad creepy. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna eat this yogurt? So good, you on my tongue. I'm gonna stab you with this spoon. Like, dude.
See, now I'm content. And he still got the same face, and I'm like, I want yogurt. Like, I don't even care. It's just so hilarious because he got this Easter pastel suit on, like he just came from church.
Yeah.
And the spoon is so small.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got big hands or that's a small spoon.
That's the baby tasting spoon when you go to like Baskin Robbins or something like that.
But it's hilarious.
Give you that little thing. Like,
it's so good when it's in my mouth. I wish I wasn't lactose intolerant. Those commercials are hilarious. Damn, they are.
So any other news, Jeff, going on in the comic book world?
Well, I did have a Marvel preview that I got from Midtown last week. I forgot to bring it in, but they're doing like 2 different. There's the new Inhumans and Uncanny Inhuman. Uncanny, like in the preview, it started off with Medusa, Black Bolt's son. Yeah, Black Bolt has a son. He's rocking a blazer with the
with the emblem,
the bolts and everything else. Medusa's there. She's the only one of the royal court, and 2 other people, and they were greeted at some club by this guy called Flagman. And he's got like rainbow flags coming off his face. normal face, but instead of like what it would be hair, it's flag. All different color flags. And they're in this club that's owned by Black Bolt. Guess what the room is called? It's called the Quiet Room.
This, you know what? You actually get my. For some reason, this seems kind of cool to me. I don't know why, except for the flag thing.
I was like, yeah, you don't want Black Bolt screaming at you.
That's actually pretty. That actually kind of sounds cool.
Now the uncanny, the new Inhumans, it seems like they're doing like a New Mutants kind of version, because it's Crystal. You remember Crystal, who was married to Quicksilver for a little while.
Oh yeah,
Johnny Storm's girl.
Yeah, and she's got these new 3 humans running around and showing them the ways of the world and all that kind of stuff. And got one kid that looks like Storm when she went all with the mohawk.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. And then they're meeting up with Spider-Man.
Which one? Parker or
Parker?
Okay.
Yeah, because they went to Parker Industries now.
Okay. See, I'm kind of out of the loop as far as Parker goes.
I see Parker Industries. I was like, okay, he went all.
Wait, that might be from Superior Spider-Man, because of when Doc Ock took over and he said he was going to be a Superior Spider-Man. And okay. All right.
You know he was going.
I know he's going to go, executive like that. All right.
And it seemed like that's what's going on in there. Also, they did something else with the Avengers. Steve Rogers is no longer Captain America. He's like 90 years old. Like physically he's not 90 years old, but he's like
an old
Stephen Lang.
Like, exactly.
He looks old, but he's still Diesel. And he's still sharp mind and everything else. Giving lessons to Sam Wilson, who's now Captain America, and him and Steve and Tony are still back and forth with their same stuff. New female Thor is down.
And this is the Uncanny.
This is
Inhumans?
like the new Avengers, all different Avengers. They're trying so much.
All these damn adjectives, man. I can't take this.
It's like the all new, all different. Hulk is Amadeus Cho.
Yeah, he's got a watch that changes him,
and he's got the
the
full hawk and everything else.
Just give us Doc Samson.
Yeah, I was like, okay, y'all changed it too much. There's another X-Men thing. I just skimmed right over that because
there's like 20 titles for the X, which I thought they were trying to whittle that down.
And now they're bringing back Power Man and Iron Fist.
Oh,
I don't know who this dude drawing it, but it's like,
oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it just looks a little weird.
It actually,
because I forgot what was that artist that he always drew like the sneakers really big or the feet really big, and I guess it's supposed to be a hip hop picture, or whatever. Because Luke is in the back like this, posted up, and Iron Fist is on the floor like this with this one eye small, and the other eye's big, and
like winking almost.
Up, and I'm like,
well, the artist is Sanford Green. He did the art for Shaft, which is from Dynamite. And the writer is David F. Walker, who did the first run, or the first, I think, 7 issues of Cyborg. New when it came out. He also wrote Shaft. He wrote something else too. I actually read it just because I wanted to support, because I really dug his work. And it actually is good. I actually like his art. The only thing I didn't like was that it looked like Luke hadn't been to leg day in quite a while, because his leg was just small. You know what I mean? That was the only gripe I had. That was the only gripe I had with the issue, because I actually like his art, because the two of them work so well together. Like it feels like they gel together. So it does look kind of cartoonish, I guess, in a way, but the art is actually pretty nice, but it does look like he missed like 6 months worth of leg day. For real.
Oh, speaking of Iron Fist, what do you think about the new choice for Iron Fist?
Now, is that confirmed? Is that like
it's
confirmed. Thing? Yeah. I don't know very much about him. I'm open-minded.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I don't know much about him. I kind of wish they had went Asian. I mean, just don't get mad. I kind of wish they had gone Asian, because my first choice would have been Will Yun Lee from he was in Wolverine. I forgot what character he played, but he's been in a bunch of stuff. He is like a slender guy, good looking Asian cat. He's already a martial artist, I think Taekwondo and another discipline. And he's got like that kind of good looking bad boy thing, you know what I mean? But I understand why they went, obviously, because Iron Fist Daniel Rand is white. He is, but I
Thank
had
you.
a
That's
whole
all I
idea.
wanted you to say
Yeah,
because
he is. Yeah. Before people get mad and they don't realize, he is white in the comic. He is.
yeah, because I'm like, this was the thing where people was like getting mad and like in a bunch of different comic book groups. Oh, why did he pick him? Why he had? I'm like,
and didn't know.
I was like, he was always white. Like,
but
I'm like, I don't understand if I'm like the days when he was dating Misty Knight. You know, people had a problem with that back then.
Yeah,
but
because it was, why is a white dude like that girl with the afro?
because you know Misty was that chick.
She would, she still is that chick to me. I don't care. She's bad as hell.
It's like Pam Grier and like the early days, like
Coffee Foxy Brown.
That's when you looking at Misty Knight like,
you know what, Pam Grier should play
I
Misty
never
Knight's
felt like
mama.
this about a comic book before. I'm going to the bathroom.
But people were like, Asian people were mad. Again, don't get mad at me. Asian people were mad, but I don't think they realized that he was a white character who went to this mystical land and became this, super martial artist. But the time when he was made, you had guys like Chuck Norris who were just killing it. And, at that time, you weren't going to have an Asian martial. You had Shang-Chi. Yeah. And I think there was something else, but most of the martial artists were white. I mean, you had, Richard Dragon from DC, Iron Fist, you know what I mean?
Casting a new 52 horribly.
Oh, did they really?
They made him a criminal now.
Really? So he didn't train anybody. He was like, because he's supposed to be the greatest martial artist in the DC universe. Yeah. Like he trained Batman a little bit. He trained Bronze Tiger, who beat Batman's ass. Let me just say that real quick. Yeah, he trained everyone. Like that was their dude. And he was even modeled, I think, to look after Chuck Norris. Yeah. So at that time, that was just what they did. They just did a white guy. That was it. Now he would be Asian. Now, you know what I mean? I kind of wish they had gone because I just want to see Will Young Lee in a steady role and in a superhero movie because I just think that he's a really cool cat. He just the way he seems and everything just seems like a good guy. You know,
I could dig it, but I only saw him like a couple of times on Game of Thrones where they picked for Iron Fist.
Yeah.
He seems okay. We just got to see. I mean, Marvel haven't failed us yet, so we'll
true.
See.
Yeah. That's
I really thought they should have used Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
Too old. He would have been a great Batman.
I thought so too.
Because he's already a martial artist. He's big as hell. He's actually the white version of Michael Jai White. Yeah. When you think about it, they should do a movie, Ebony and Ivory. They should do a movie. I'm not lying. They should do a movie. Why not?
Straight on Netflix.
But Michael Jai White wears all white, and then
Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder on the soundtrack.
Yes. Oh my God. Why are we not writing this movie right now? This don't make no sense.
Let's get to it.
I'm saying Ebony, and I just got the soundtrack. Yes. Oh man, why are we not doing this right now? Real.
Oh man.
He does need to be in a superhero movie though. He's a Scott Adkins. He does need to be into something. He needs to be
like, what was it?
He needs to stop making these.
It was Undisputed, right?
Yeah, Undisputed 2, 3, 4, and the new one coming out 5. He played Ivan Boyko.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. He does because he needs to stop making these B and C level straight to Netflix movie. I love the fact they're going on Netflix. So I get to watch them. I'm just saying. I mean, I think he's bigger over in Asia though too. Kind of like how Cynthia Rothrock was. You know what I mean?
So what you think, Mike, of their choice?
We'll see.
I don't know.
I mean, he's okay on Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is a completely different show than what they're trying to do with this. So,
I mean, he does have the look of it. I don't know if he's a martial artist. Like, I don't know a lot about his background, but you can train and things such like that. You know what I mean?
Keanu Reeves, look at that.
True.
He knows kung fu.
True.
Yeah.
He's got to go find Keanu Reeves, his stunt coach or whatever.
Yeah.
He needs like a dude like Stick.
Yeah, he needs some, exactly. But again, I don't really know him. I don't know what he's. I just remember a little bit from Game of Thrones, barely, because I remember he was early in the series. Yeah. But he has that look, so let's see where it goes. They like you were saying, they haven't failed us yet.
Yeah.
I mean, there is going to be that one time when they do, and we're gonna have to kind of just go, well, look at everything else they did. I mean, look at you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's almost getting that time. You want me to put that question up now?
Yeah, put the question up.
All right, everybody. If first one to answer gets two
free movie tickets, so you can bring your special one.
Or scalp.
Why you gotta say it like that? Especially like they got a kids in there. That movie.
Come on, man.
You said special one. That's a broad subject, man. I'm sorry.
No.
I thought he kind of got quiet over like, you can bring your special lady.
You bring your special one.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be fine because it's in the dark, so it don't matter.
You gotta put the creep factor into it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right, but the question of the day, to win, and you gotta listen in to win. When did Batman and Superman first meet? Go to our Facebook page and put your answer up. We'll announce you next week.
Now, do you want them to give the year or the issue or both?
Damn it.
I mean, my bad. This is your barbecue, and I just stole a grill from you. My fault.
No, but actually, the year, we'll take the year. Because, like, you know, we've gone to the comic, you know, find out who did what and this and that. And, you know, people like, you know, everybody's on Google right now. It's like, when did Batman and Superman first meet? Oh, I spelled meat wrong. Oh, well, I mean, it's what's the next movie up next is
Civil War. Is it? Oh, damn. So is Civil War after that?
Yeah.
Civil War's after.
Civil
Okay.
War's coming like the very next month.
They had a new picture up for Civil War. We saw Black Panther, Captain America, and your boy Falcon together.
Man, that picture was so. I don't know why it got so. I was like King T'Challa.
We was talking about this at work. Matter of fact, me and Anthony. He was like, "Yo, what's Black Panther?" It's like, "You talking about the dudes from the '70s?" I'm like, "No." Black Panther. No, what was it, Anthony? I'm not sure. Anthony, I ain't trying to get at you, son. When somebody had asked me about Black Panther, and I had to explain it to him, and it was like, Black Panther is so important.
Mm-hmm.
He has to. This Marvel, please try to keep Fox's hands out of this as much as you can.
Nah, they ain't got no part.
I'm just hoping Kirby's spirit has been on set.
Just let that be a Marvel and Disney thing, Lord. Let this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther is a king of his own country. I know most of y'all, you know, some people are scared of these positive images, thinking, you know, something's gonna happen or whatever. But you can't mess this character up.
Yep.
Marvel, you're gonna have a shitstorm on your hands if you mess this character up.
If you think it's bad for Gods of Egypt. If you mess up, I said it. If you mess up Black Panther, it's over. So
nobody's going to go see Gods of Egypt like nobody went to see. What was the other remake of Ten Commandments that Christian Bale looked like a alcoholic fisherman?
Gods of Egypt looked like a bootleg transformer in Egypt.
Although the irony is Chadwick in that movie?
Yeah. Yes, he's the only Black person, I believe. Yep.
Cool.
If you think about it, he plays the first everything in movies.
Gods of Egypt?
Yes.
He plays the first every damn thing. He played James Brown. He played Jackie Robinson. He played in Black Panther. He got a history of being the first and only of every movie he makes.
Yeah, Chadwick will be all right.
But he just that picture. He wasn't even in the suit, but just a picture of him standing there, and you could just tell he's like, I don't care about this. I'm going back to Wakanda. You could just see the look on his face. I don't care about it. I'm going back to Wakanda. Yes. I have things to do. I have vibranium to not give you. I'm out. Yes. It was cool.
Yeah, so that was a pretty cool picture.
And you know, people are gonna start wearing those necklaces that he had in there and everything. That's gonna be that's gonna be big. I've seen dress ups, like I was saying before, that in store, and I was like, wow, it never would have happened. And I know people are scared because of Black Panther, the name. They think, oh my God, they made these guys into superheroes. They weren't superheroes, but they were heroes
on the soundtrack and
exactly.
It's like people gotta stop being scared of these things. I mean, these things are actually real that happen in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when you want to put out these images that we like, and everybody remembers these from the kids. I mean, I think when we had Maurice on here, we answered like the first Black comic book character was this
Lobo.
Lobo, thank you very much, sir. The first one to have his own comic book. Well, Marvel's first was actually Black Panther. The first to have his own title was Luke.
Mm-hmm.
But even back then when they had, Black Panther, the issue was called Jungle Action.
Oh my God!
And then like every now and then it was always Black Panther. Then you would see Kazar in there occasionally, and I'm like, okay, but it's like why can't we just leave him there? And now Black Panther 1 is about to come out again for comic books.
So excited for that.
And I'm wondering how they're going to do it.
Well, from the look of the cover, if that is the cover of issue 1, it's gonna be something crazy. I mean, it's just, and I'm saying I'm just saying, I'm gonna say it straight out. White America, calm down.
Yeah,
y'all been undefeated for quite a while. I mean, you got many championship rings. Just calm down. Just calm down. You know what I mean? It's just representation is happening, and this is gonna be just go to the movie, just enjoy it, sit there, don't be scared.
I forgot who I was talking to about this, and they said if Black Panther came out like in 80s or 90s, who you think would have played?
Ty-Mac.
I don't know who that is.
My choice, Avery Brooks.
Oh, yeah, I can completely see that.
Oh,
because I'm still mad at a man called Hawk. Because I was telling Anthony about this. I said, man called Hawk. He
always had a scarf.
Yeah. The bad coats, that big old diesel 50 caliber Desert Eagle point. Like,
yeah, but you were redeemed on Deep Space Nine.
Oh yeah.
He was the reason to watch that show.
Yeah, because it wasn't nobody else.
Yeah,
he was that show. He brought it out of everybody else.
That show. Yes,
never watched the show.
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
you should.
Oh, it was amazing. It's my favorite.
Really
I didn't follow that show like that, but every time I did, I was glad to see him.
Mm-hmm. I watched it because it was the first time I saw a black man who was in space. First off, in space, because sometimes we don't exist back then.
Yeah, all we had back then was Uhura.
Yeah, exactly. And she was nothing but a glorified operator. Let's be real. Can you put this call through?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was just cool, and the effects, and you see all these different people. And he wasn't even a captain there. He was a commander at first. Then he became a captain when they got to Defiant. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool.
The only thing I didn't like about Deep Space Nine was why they had the hair switch. It's like, like he had the pasty goatee.
Because Hawk was in space.
And took that off and then gave him the little,
Yeah.
I was like, what? And he looked stupid without a mustache. It was like, just like all this nose just came out of nowhere. It was like,
I honestly think it was because everybody associated him with having his head shaved and, the goatee. They wanted to show that different side. But I think after he punched Q in the mouth, that's when he went Hawk.
Yeah.
And he shaved his head. He said, you ain't gonna come to my station no more. I got something. And he started shaving it up, and he was like, all right, let's go. Where's Spencer? Where's I got this?
Spencer.
Did you
know what I mean?
I posted on the page?
No.
The rumor about Angela Bassett.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this.
We
talked about this one.
That is that, and I think they were saying Rosario Dawson possibly too is her second.
Really?
Like I don't like
I hear that.
I've seen a bunch of pictures like with them together and saying that they want the two of them together. I said, man, I ain't working that night. That's my day off. I don't care nothing.
That would be my reason to get CBS All Access, because that's what it's going to be exclusive to.
That would be because I know that they got the director from Wrath of Khan. I think is going to be doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot who it was. Something else too that I read on. I think I read it on Black Sci-Fi. I can't remember. But that's Angela Bassett is part of the reason why I really got into American Horror Story.
Yes,
because she was killing it on that show.
Yes.
Yeah,
and she's like 170. Yeah. She is fine.
Yes,
I don't know if it was between her and Jennifer Lopez. I might just have to just blow my head off. I don't know. I'm just saying, but she has this intensity and everything. And if she's a captain,
I could completely see her as a Star Trek captain.
Yeah,
just bad as hell on there. Just wow.
I went back and you see this one I posted about?
What's that? Oh, yes.
Like And most of y'all, if y'all been following the podcast, we had Mr. Maurice Watkins on here, and he gave us the lowdown on Mr. Stan Lee, aka Stanley Lieber.
Skewered.
And this is an article that's on vox.com, vox.com, and it says history will have trouble remembering Marvel Stan Lee as a good guy. Now go back to that podcast we had. And
we need to bring him back on the show.
Yeah, we gotta get Maurice back in here so we can talk about this, because
that was I remember listening to that show. That was before I came to do the first show, and I was listening to it, and I was in the hotel room, and I had my iPod on the dock, and I was in the bathroom. I was listening, I heard it, and I was like, "Oh, it's about to be some fire." I was just washing my face, and I was just hearing it, and I was like, you know what? I really do love Stan Lee for the personality that he is, and again, we don't have very much time with him, as far as anything, but I know Jack Kirby's up there just waiting for him with a stick, like, come on. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on. Come on. I got you. Come on.
He might have the new guys up there waiting with him. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You could have had this.
I brought these cats from DC to whoop you. Come on, let's go. You know what I mean? It was just, but I heard that. I was like, he was coming with some real heat, but it's true.
Yeah.
The Marvel method, it's true. It is.
And also there's a Jack Kirby museum in Manhattan somewhere too.
Yeah.
Jack Kirby Museum now.
Okay.
Which is, I thought it was great. I don't know if Stan had anything to do with that, or did he, it was like, here is my tithes. I want to beg forgiveness to the Kirby family. But I think the Kirby family, is running that, or if not, they have something to do with it.
Okay.
And I think it's great because like Kirby, he Marvel, DC, and beyond. That man created everything. I mean,
when
Captain America.
Yeah.
Come on.
When you have a type of art named after you, the Kirby particles, like the little crackling power. When you have that name, when you have something like that named after you, you're a bad cat. You know what I mean? And that's amazing to me. I think it might be part of what MoCA used to be, the Museum of Comic Book Art, comic book cartoon art, or cartoon comic book. I think it's part of that. I think. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, people go support that. Go see, the Jack Kirby Museum. I mean, it's. I haven't gone yet, but I'm damn sure going.
Even if you're not in the comics, just his art is just really amazing. It's beautiful.
His stuff is phenomenal. I'm like,
and it's ageless. It's timeless. You look at it now, you still go, wow. How could you? It's just one of those things. It's really cool.
I mean, Captain America. Matter of fact, Black Panther too.
Yep. Yeah. It was
Panther, Falcon,
Fantastic Four,
everything.
Not the movie, but the comic.
He had nothing to do with that.
Don't blame him because he was going before that. But he just. They had a picture of everything that he created behind him, and it was like this sea of characters. I was like, damn, I didn't realize it was that deep. It's crazy.
And like for DC, and of course the New Gods, Darkseid, Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, all down the line. And like I know what was it? Did he do the New Men? Oh no, not New Men. I know it was another.
Tomorrow People?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking of? Okay,
that's it.
Yeah.
See, that's why we have it.
See.
When Anthony Mackie, shut up. Like really, I mean.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman was mad. He was like, why did he bring me up today?
And so he brought me into his conversation, therefore wanting me to put my foot so far in his ass that teeth come out, my toes will come out of his mouth.
I was enjoying pancakes that morning. And then this happened. Orange is the New Black was what I was watching at the time. And it went horribly wrong.
And so he went to the bathroom, squeezed his butt cheeks together, and let forth the most putrid fart that he could have. The end.
And Morgan Freeman is cool.
Morgan Freeman is just crazy cool.
He's cool. He's immortal. He's just cool. Yeah, that cat is cool.
It's about time for us to get the hell out of here. So, keep tuning in. Remember, what year did Batman and Superman first meet in the comics? You don't have to give us the comic, but go to the Facebook page right now and put that answer up. Next week, we want to announce you on the show. And, just send us an inbox from the Facebook page, because we ain't going to put your business out there.
Right.
Unless you want to and you want stalkers. That's on you. Don't blame us. We'll give you a cease and desist letter real quick. So, thank you very much, guys, for joining us once again for here for Strange in the Membrane. For my man Antonio Pomerez, thank you always for showing up, man.
Thank you guys for having me once again.
My man Popcorn Will.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my #1 fan, B.
Oh, you're just precious.
Ain't you something?
Hello, give me some popcorn.
Shout out, B.
I'm going down,
girl.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was about to turn to R&B move.
Oh, for my man, Mr. Michael Williams.
Thank you.
Throwing in chat.
Popcorn down.
Uh-oh. I'm your man, Jeff Strange. Y'all
like
stay
a good
strong.
movie,
I'm going to
though.
stay strange. Peace. We out here. Strange in the Membrane every 2 weeks right here. Soundcast FM.